So in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to set up an iSCSI target device on Windows Server 2012 and an iSCSI initiator. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and connect to your server. And as you can see, I've already created a partition for this iSCSI device. This is just a partition of my C drive. It doesn't matter how big it is or where the partition is. You can put your iSCSI device either on your C drive or a different drive. And your iSCSI device will not use the entire drive. It will only use as much space as you specify in the setup. So it will create a .vhd file for the amount you specify, and then it'll put that file on the hard drive. So now we're going to get to actually installing the iSCSI target server, and you want to go down to PowerShell, which is in the taskbar there. Or if it's not there, you just type PowerShell in the start menu and it'll come up. And you want to type the command add dash Windows feature space fs dash ISCSI target dash server, and then hit enter. And if you type the command correctly, it should go to collecting data and install, and then it will give you a exit code, which should be success. Exit code success, and now we can close this window. And you want to go over to Server Manager, click on that, and on the left bar you want to go down to File and Storage Servers, which will just appear after you install iSCSI, the iSCSI target server. You want to go down to iSCSI, and you'll come up with this window. To create an iSCSI device, start the new iSCSI virtual device with it. You click on that, and this will open a new window, and this will say select your iSCSI virtual disk location. So here you choose which drive the iSCSI device will go on. So I'm going to put it on my E drive, and like I said, it doesn't matter which drive you put on. It will not use the whole drive, or it won't erase anything. It will just create a virtual hard drive file on that drive. So I'm going to put it on my E drive, click next, and we'll type in the description of the drive, and I'm going to make it a 3 GB drive. Now access servers. This bit is important. This will allow computers to actually connect to the iSCSI device. So you need to specify the IP address of the server that you want to connect to this device. So I'm going to click add, and go down to enter a value for the selected type, and I'm going to choose IP address, and I'm going to put in the IP address of your computer that you want to connect to the drive with. And you can use a LAN IP address or a WAN IP, but if you want to find out your local IP address, you just go to command prompt on your computer and you type ipconfig. And if you scroll up to the your local adapter, local area connection, beside IPv4 address, it will tell you your your IP address, which is 192.168.0.2 in my case. So I'm going to go back to the server and enter that IP there, so I will be able to connect to that device. And then click OK. Now I can click next. I'm not going to set up authentication, so next. And now we click create. And that will create the VHD file and the target, the access service. And you'll see now on the drive you put it on, you've got a lot less space. And it'll create this folder, and inside is the virtual hard disk image, which is a .vhd file. And now we're done on the server, so you can close your connection to the server and go back to your desktop. But before you disconnect, you'll need to know the IP address of your server. So we'll go in CMD on the server and do an IP config again, and the IP is 192.168.0.32. So we'll remember that. And now we'll disconnect from our server. And now you want to go to Start menu, and I believe this is the same for Windows Vista, Windows 7 and Windows 8. You just go to Start and type ISCSI. And it'll come to Programs, and the program will be ISCSI Initiator, and you want to click on that. And if this is your first time running this program, it will come up with a confirmation saying whether or not you want to start it as a Windows service, and you click yes to that. Now we need to connect to the target that we just created on the server. So to do that, you want to put in the IP of the server you just created the ISCSI device on, which is 192.168.0.32, and we'll click Quick Connect, and that will say connected. And you'll go to My Computer, you go to My Computer and you'll see the drive is not there. You first need to go into Computer Management and initialize the drive. So you want to right click on My Computer and click Manage. Now you go to Disk Management and you'll see there's a new drive there, and you won't be able to create a partition. You first need to initialize the drive by right clicking on Disk to Unknown and clicking Initialize Disk. Only use Guide Partition Table. Now that's done, we can partition it. So New Simple Volume, and make sure that it's actually assigned to a drive letter, or it will not show up. So we're going to do NTFS in a quick format, and there's your drive. And now we're done. And that's how you install that on Windows Server 2012. Now, if you want to do this on Server 2008, it is a similar process, but it is slightly different. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So you want to connect to your server. So I connected now. And if you go to PowerShell and you put in the same command you did in Server 2012, you will find that this command will not work. Why not? Well, Windows Server 2008 does not come with the files to install the ISCSI target server for you. So you need to go to the Microsoft website and download these files manually. And I'll put a link in the description to this. So now they're on this link. Microsoft ISCSI Software Target 3.3. Now you need to download this and install it. I'm going to save this to the desktop and close that. And extract. Now you want to go to the folder of which OS you've installed. So if it's a 64-bit version, you're going to go there, and you're going to click on ISCSI Target Public and install that. Now that's done, I'm going to open Server Manager and go down to Storage. And click on Microsoft ISCSI Software Target. And we're going to go to ISCSI Targets. And we're going to right click and create a new target. And with the target you can define the access servers. So you need to create this first. And to specify an IP, I'm going to click Advanced, Add, and add the IP of the server I want to connect, just like before. And now I'm going to go down to the devices on the left hand side, and I'll create a new virtual disk. Now with Windows 2008, you need to manually type out the name of the disk to create it. So we're going to type disk1.vhd. I'm going to make this 7 gigabytes. Click next, and then you want to add the target you've just created, and that will define the access servers to this disk. And now that's done, we can disconnect from our server and go through the exact same process that we did for Windows Server 2012 to connect the disk to your computer.